Guess who was the idiot that forgot their microphone? I'll give you 3 tries. If you answer me, myself, or I, they're all wrong because you should be saying you, or him, or them. However you want to refer to me, the moron. Because, yeah, I forgot my microphone. At this point, wow. Strong start. Very strong start. I don't think I need an introduction to this game anymore. This would be, stream 80, I think, already. No joke. And that might be, actually downplaying the actual number. Like, I've been uploading more stuff on YouTube again because I've been so most likely I've missed out on a single episode of Sogo Nunu. I've also missed out on possibly the ending of Dredge. I don't know what's going on with Twitch right now, but I might not be doing my best with those. Well, actually, I am doing my best, which is not very much, but you know. I hope people understand. Well, I don't actually expect understanding. If I would expect people to understand me, like, I would have way too high expectations of people. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I know that there are a lot of competent people out in the world. There are also those that are not. I am one of them. But the idea is that what was I talking about again? Oh, competence. Yes, I'm not. I don't know how I. This is gonna be a tough fucking round today. Kamehameha and all that shit. Sorry, I had to not mean to get that scared. Bonk. Bonk. Yeah, I'm operating at a limited brain capacity for some reason. I've been having a day off, so I've been just taking it very, very easy. And I think that's a bad idea because I don't do very easy. Because it makes me feel more drowsy, and then I'm just gonna be like, not really feeling like much. And then I could be worried that tomorrow's another work day, and you know. Well, actually, I'm not worried. That's smart. Oh, whoa. I didn't know I could do that. But yeah, like, I'm just operating right now, and under what power? Don't know. Oh wow, they were very close to dying, huh? They're gonna have. Wonder if in 20 years when Silksong comes out, I know this is very hopeful thinking. They're gonna have the technology to actually show when a boss is about to die, so you can kind of gouge out their health bar, like visually. I mean, in the 60 years it's probably gonna take for Silksong to come out, you know, if we're really lucky. We probably do have the technology. I have a feeling. But my feelings have been wrong before. I see. I see. Yeah, so I'm really just like, I'm feeling so out of it right now. I don't have a reason why even. Okay, I have a reason why. I've been just doing nothing today. I have things I need to do. I have not done anything. like I don't. If anybody had, if at this point anybody had any more expectations for me left, I would be such a disappointment. Thankfully, I have transcended beyond disappointment. I'm just existing right now. Hey, you're awfully. Ain't you a little buzzer right now? Yeah, I'm just gonna kill you. You alright with that? Like, I don't mean to, you know, overstep my boundaries with you, but, you know, like, what if I just kill you? I apparently didn't have my iframes ready. Oh, my bad. I should have jumped over. I could have jumped over. I had plenty of time to jump over, but I thought I had my iframes ready. Huh. That was a... Taking it off? Okay. Let's try again. Maybe this time with a bit more focus. A bit more triumph. Like, I mostly died there to very stupid mistakes. I mean, like, I took way too many chances with the Trader Lord, and then, you know, it just kinda sucks when it happens, when it's like, oh yeah, they just walk over you, and then they're, you know, gonna... I'm just not paying enough attention. Huh, that was very fast. It's oddly fast. Alright, Kin. I don't know who lost you or why, but whenever you reunite you with your kind, do you have a number of family member or a do you know the workplace of any of either of your parents? You know, like do you for example know where you could find your dad, or you know, do you know if your dad loves you or if your dad loves me? You know, do you have any clue about that? These are basic questions we ask everybody that, you know, is lost. So, you know, don't question them. This, like, it's just standard protocol, you know. So, like, so if you know, if you have the answer, if your dad would be proud of me, please tell. Ow. Now, if you happen to have any other useful items, such as, you know, a personal phone number or a home address, or then a photograph of me with your dad, you know, signed by your dad, saying that so proud of my, you know, boy, this would help us with our search of finding I mean your dad, or any other relative that could help you get you together with your kin. I'm sorry, we have another call coming. So, hello ma'am, so it sounds like you have lost your eyes. Where was the last time, where was the last place you saw them in? Sorry, that was an insensitive thing to, you know, ask. Let's try that let's approach that from a different angle. So hello, this is the Lost and Found office. If you are interested in finding a, if you have a lost item that you'd like to report, press number 1. If you are a, if you have found someone's lost item, please press number 2. If you are looking for a lost kin and you have concrete evidence that their dad was part of me, 3. Otherwise, please file a form on our website. And we will get right back to you as soon as my dad says that he loves me. Which is never! Okay, this bit is going places, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for it. To clarify, I myself have a perfectly fine relationship with my own father. So a bit concerned. Or, I don't know. I think you should be a bit concerned at this point. Then again, I don't know. If somebody is listening to this, you know, like, why bother at this point? Like, we're 2 minutes into the stream. If you're not concerned from the get-go, I don't know what you're doing here. Ah. Ha ha ha. Aha. I spoke to a crown and I was like, no, it's not gonna hit. So I can cancel it, right? No, you cannot cancel it. So, funnily enough, I ended up interrupting myself during the, with my own joke with the, no eyes. Now, it's just because this will completely ruin all, you know, all setup that I built up there. I'm gonna continue that. Nah, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do that next time. I gotta say, this Pantheon sure is, you know, quite interesting. This Pantheon 4 is all about loss. Whoa, that sound. That was cool. So there's a lost skin, there's lost eyes, and there's a lost, you know, faith, or I don't know, lost allegiance, lost valor, lost family, because the maggots, you know, are all dead except for the one surviving one. And we have lost what do we have next? Markov, yeah. Lost body. I fucked up. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay. Honest answer, I wasn't thinking. I really wasn't thinking with that one. I just kind of went in and goofed myself real good. The best goofing around this side of the city. How? Really? Then we have a lost marbles. Okay, I fucked that up. I fucked that up because I pressed the wrong button at first. And I somehow managed to royally fuck that up. You know, if you stop smacking the ground, this would be a lot faster fight because I can't hit you while you're doing that. I guess I could do more of it now that I told you the secret, right? I guess I gotta wait until you know you die. Either I or you die again, so your memory gets wiped, and then, you know, we return back to a, you know, fighting one another like nothing would have happened. Oh, sorry, I wasn't supposed to tell you that, you know, this is all just a dream. Like, you're not actually even real. Neither am I, really, but, you know, that's a whole nother, you know, fish to fry. Good fish, though. Yeah, you see? It's all a simulation. Does anyone ever think that we're in a simulation? I honestly don't ever feel like that. Like, I might have my own NPC idle animations, but that doesn't mean that this is an actual simulation. That just may be weird. Like, honestly, if this was an simulation, you know, whoever wrote it, I think I really, you know, it would be a weird mix of, like, having so much imagination, but doing absolutely nothing with it. Like, all that wasted potential. All of it. Every single one of it. All 7 of them. 7 is such a solid number, though. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but in terms of random numbers that you can just, you know, say out loud, 7 is a really good one. As long as it's not your age. Like, it never answer your age is 7. In any situation, unless it is actually 7. Also, if you're 7 and hearing this, please stop. I think I have marked... No, I don't think my streams are marked 18 plus. Yet. Or normally, by default. I don't know what exactly... Other than, you know, games like Signalis that apparently have a lot of messed up themes. Even though honestly... That's a lot more lame than I expected. Like, okay, first of all, I don't mean that Signalis was a lame game. I actually thought it was a wonderful game. It just wasn't as crazy as I thought it was gonna be. Like, it was a cool setting, and the lore was fucking whatever the hell. But like, I liked it. I liked it. I liked all aspects of it pretty much. But the idea is that oh, you're a swingy boy right now. Yeah, you just can't use that one against them, can you? Not really. But Signalis is one of those games that, you know, actually got automatically flagged at a 18 plus. Same with Homebody. Homebody I actually understand completely because it is all around messed up and it deals with a lot of topics that, you know, I think are very safe to, you know, categorize as 18 plus. Now, like, I'm not saying that those things are anything that should not be discussed with people below the age of 18, but those are things that you should be discussing in an environment, in a learning environment, not my stream environment, because no, this is not learning. The only person getting a lesson here is me from, you know, the Pantheon 4. No! Yeah, but yeah, so I find it funny that Signalis was on among the games that, you know, Among Us. Sorry. The Signali was among the games that actually needed to be flagged as a, automatically got flagged as a, plus 18. Because I don't think it had, like... now, naturally, my worldview is skewed. Like, I am a broken and a messed up individual, so... do not take any of my words for granted. Like, seriously, don't. But, because I don't talk in rocks. I do talk about rock, though. I like rock music. Rock is that weird thing where it's like... it really got, how would I say? It really got dethroned fast. I almost said something completely wrong. Sounds very similar. This is familiar. But yeah, rock is really strange because it got absolutely dethroned by metal so fast. Oh, whoa. I had... for a moment, I had no clue what I was doing. Man, if it only was a moment. God, like, just... imagine living life just not having any clue what you're doing. Any moment. Everything you do is possibly a mistake. Most likely a mistake. That is my everyday life. Well, not necessarily. It depends what I do. If I actually do something on my day, yeah, then it is. But, other than that, it's not that bad. What the fuck? I'm curious, can I bounce up here on him? No, I don't think you... I think this is the simplest way you can fight this fight. I mean, I know there's probably somebody that has, figured out a, way to, speed run this shit so fast that, like, they would already be done with the fight at this point. I'm only in the first, checkpoint of, them being staggered ones. But, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that, somebody is... like, I'm pretty sure I'm doing this rather optimal way. At least like casual player. Which I am. I'm not trying to speedrun this. I'm not trying to, I'm not particularly good at this game. If it isn't obvious from the countless of hours I've spent doing this. But, it doesn't change the fact that I am in my best. And I'm hoping that someday will be enough. Not that day. It's not today. And I don't expect it to be either. Actually, something I started thinking of before stream. I've been playing a bit more Dead by Daylight again, now that they released Chucky. I mean, I've been playing relatively consistently, like, match a day about, for a good while now. Pardon me, I need to cough. Buddy, that's very rude. God, it buzzes so much. Oh no. I can't hit it. This is gonna be such a terrible... This is gonna go into... our... What? Oh, fuck. This is doomed. I'm sorry. It's already doomed. I'm sorry. Wow, I literally could not get worse luck with these. Okay, no, never mind. I was wrong. I could have gotten even worse luck with those. Yeah, I started thinking, like, should I... Like, what would have happened if I would have been playing Dead by Daylight consistently instead of, switching... orientating my streams to, different games than just Dead by Daylight. And now the answer, the simple answer is nothing. Like, technically, I would still be in the exact same position I am now. I don't think there would be a significant change in my channel, in my, well, in my content actually, because I would not have to start doing YouTube. I would not have to be uploading things there. And it's very nice seeing, people drop by there and, put comments here, there, and people don't watch my videos, like actually watch my videos. I don't know if anyone has actually watched a full video from my channel. And I don't blame anyone, they're long videos and they're boring as hell. On Twitch, you can at least call me an idiot, live, and I will actually feel bad about it there and then, and you can actually hear my reaction. On YouTube, you could just call me an idiot, like, after, oh, this is bad. Yeah, that was not gonna work. No, no, no. Think of the children, please. That be me. I'm the child. Hello? No! Please, the child! Please. Okay, I'm gonna retract that statement. I did not say please the child. I didn't say it with the intention that one might interpret it as having. Please. I'm a fucking idiot. I did it twice. God. And it was a solid run though, until, I fucked it up. Just, didn't quite do that right. Bloop bloop, I'm fish. Good fish, bad fish, and bad fish. The worst of the worst. Fish. I should have dodged the by. I was like, what? He can't do. He's a range-based character. He can't hit me. He can't stop. He can't step on me like that. He most certainly can, or they can. Once again, nothing really. Okay, they're gonna do that thing now, right? Okay, that. You're really just being a bitch right now. I mean, it's just me playing bad, but. Like, come on. Not fair. I mean, honestly, completely justified, if I'm being honest. I don't blame you. I would do the same to me if I was you. I would do way worse things. Oh! Eh! If I was me... No, if I was you, I would do way worse things. Alright, let's... Ow. Man, I really just am dumb, huh? I was born with a room temperature IQ. I don't know if IQ is something that grows over time. I think it's measured based on, like, a scale that is relevant to all ages. Or like, it's comparative to, your age or something like that. I don't fucking know. IQ is such a finicky concept that I'm not competent enough to talk about it. I'm not brave enough for politics after all. But to my understanding, IQ is kind of something that it's like it gives a sense of direction. Like it should not be taken as a oh, your IQ is this, you're dumb or smart based on that. It's more like, yeah, since your IQ is this, we could draw conclusions that you lack a you lack certain talents and, you know, these kind of things and like that. And also it depends completely what kind of IQ test it is. And I don't know if there actually is a single IQ test that can like, I guess there are professionals who you could argue as having like actual professional, you know, IQ tests. I don't know if those are either like, I don't know how seriously anybody takes them. I think, but don't trust anything online. Just don't take in. If there's one piece of advice I can give to a person, don't take online IQ tests. You're gonna end up wasting 2 hours doing the test, trying to navigate on a really shitty website, no matter how official it looks. And then it's gonna, once you're done, it's gonna ask, like, you spend hours doing it. And I'm not kidding, because I've tried this actually once. I don't know what madness drew me to it, but the cat. But the idea is that these IQ tests will, no matter how official they look, unless they like, unless you know the organization, they're not gonna be real. Like, I'm sorry if I'm bursting anyone's bubble. I misclicked. I lifted my hand to cough and then I hit the trigger on my way down. Please. Well, that definitely goes along some of my most embarrassing death. Well, not deaths, because I live, bitch. But you know, that's on a list of, you know, mistakes that I've made in this game that I will remember. Well, that's not true. I made so many mistakes. Oh! Wow. I made so many mistakes already that I'm not remembering a whole lot. But yeah, don't take online IQ tests. They're not real a lot of the time. Because at the point after you know, complete the test, they're gonna ask you to pay to see the results. And even that's not real. In most cases, that's not real. Like, even if it's like a real organization, it most likely it's their, like, the results will vary greatly compared to some other results you would get somewhere else. Like, I don't have the I don't have the money to, you know, spend on doing a whole bunch of IQ tests and then seeing how the results compare to one another. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and say that they probably all are sort of scammy, and you should not trust them. Like, please refer to an actual doctor to test your IQ if you ever need to. But I don't think you would ever. I don't think anybody ever needs to. I think that's not just. That's just a theory, a me theory. Just like I could be. Me could be very wrong. Me could be big time wrong on the matter and everything. Honestly, I think it would be a pretty good starting point in life to, you know, just assume that everything I say on stream is false. It's not that I'm lying, it's just that I don't know any better. So, you know. Like, I'm not doing this out of maliciousness. I'm doing this out of dumbness. I don't know where I am. Like, I don't know how much I can emphasize on the fact, but I'm dumb. I am D-U-M-B. I think I got that right. I'm really dumb. Please don't listen to me ever on things. this is not. I'm not saying either that just go ahead and do as many online IQ tests as you can and pay for the results. That's damn. I guess that's what happens when you actually try to give advice to people. And then you absolutely lack confidence in yourself. Like absolute confidence lack. I'm like a black hole of confidence. I drain that. Not from other people, from myself. Behold and witness the field of my confidence. And see that it is empty. I love that. That is still my favorite way of saying the how many fucks do I give. I don't remember word to word anymore because it's been a while since I read that. I did quote it on stream because I quote everything interesting I find on stream. I actually haven't been doing that a lot recently. Mostly because I think I'm starting to reach the point where I'm like I run around in circles with a lot of topics, and I'm getting worried that people will find like I'm annoying by default, but when I start repeating myself, say the same things over and over again, that's when I become the worst. In my opinion, at least. Because I lack... Like, I'm no longer contributing anything to anything. So, but yeah. I haven't been talking about many things. Mostly because it's the same thing. At the end of the day, everything kind of feels the same. How deep of me? And also, I do agree, I'm just really eager to win Pantheon right now. Pantheon 4, specifically. So I can actually progress in this game. Like, I know that wishful thinking and all that stuff is not good for me. Like, I don't have aspirations in life for a good reason. Because I know better. But doesn't change the fact that like I feel like I can do this eventually with enough luck and enough chance. I don't know how that hit me. Something bounced me upwards. I'm not just coming up with excuses. I am coming up with excuses, but I am also not just coming up with excuses. I'm doing many things. I'm dying right now. So that's cool. Damn. I guess we're just... Gloves off right now, buddy. Okay, that was really stupid of me. That was actually really stupid of me. I should not risk dying. Like, I can play aggressive if I want to, but I should not die for it. I don't know how that hit me. I think I felt the jump, but... Could you come down here so I could beat your ass? They're almost dead. I hate this. I need to pay more attention and be more patient. What's that? I don't know. I think that's what they have in hospitals. Does it come in a jar? Okay, I'm actually... okay, I'm actually not gonna... I gotta retract that statement. This joke was funny before I ruined it. And then I'm not gonna even go into any. I just spent the like, do they sell that in jars? And then even jars, somehow even jars are bad nowadays. We as a society have reached a point where everything's bad, and but I guess for the sake of it, I very much could start talking about stuff again. To be a bit more consistent with my content. So one big news in the gaming world right now is that GTA 6 has been officially announced. It's been well, has it been like 12 years Or has it been 10 years exactly since GTA 5 came out? And so the funny thing is, if somebody's not familiar with this fact, so the GTA 6 is gonna have a female protagonist. No, this fella is rolling on me. Roll me over. Roll me. No, I'm not gonna. I have not listened enough Wasp to actually remember how that goes even. And naturally, I'm familiar with the stuff I talk about on regular. I'm probably able to understand what I'm gonna talk about next, and that is misogyny in gaming. Because, good fucking god, were people so fucking eager to immediately say like, oh, this is woke. Like, god, they ruined GTA, you know. They ruined the funniest, you know, series in all of video gaming or something like that. Which I feel like they did already when they made it so that, you know, you just need to keep dumping money into a video game to get video game money. Like, you buy credit cards in a video game with real money. And I don't know if... I don't know what I can say about that to really deliver the message that this shit's crazy and I don't know how we got here. I mean, I know how we got here. Greed and money. And greed for money, I guess. But, yeah. So, yeah, so naturally, it's very expectable, you know, the gamers' response to the whole, you know, playing as a woman in a GTA 6. Like, I don't think anybody's particularly surprised that people are upset about that. And I don't. Somehow this is somehow even worse, in my opinion. The more I think about it, the worse it seems. At least that people became more acceptive of this concept after they. I think yesterday they released the trailer for GTA 6. People that full on 360, the 180. Sorry, sorry. I don't know where that came from. People had a full-on 180 attitude about the game. Once they found out that the protagonist is gonna be rather, you know, attractive looking, you know, like they're technically, or the character. Okay, now I have watched the trailer, but I don't know how much of that is, which like actually the protagonist and what are like what are just random characters like. So I don't quite remember exactly what, but it's the fact that the game's gonna have, well, technically hot women is apparently enough that gamers are coming around to the idea that, like, no pun intended, please, no, but unfortunately, yeah, people are very accepting of this, you know, game all of a sudden, and I find it. I don't have the words to describe how immeasurable my disappointment of the matter is, and how my day, you know, got immediately ruined by that. But it's just so weird. Like, it's like, ow. This is because we're once again back at the whole thing that we all are, you know, like, for some reason gamers just really, like, okay. Now there's a funny, very funny term that some people use to refer to this, you know, phenomenal. So, in a sense, these people have had their brains technically ruined by, you know, internet porn. That is kind of long and short of it. And, so they lack the concept of understanding what an actual woman looks like, what real people look like. This is also not just, you know, video game specific, you know, problem. Overall, internet as a whole has multiple a plethora of problems with this concept because people simply cannot behave. Like, okay, I have no problem with horny people on the internet because, like, sure, whatever. But when you start, when it turns into like misogyny or like racism or like, then you know, no. Or like when people start talking about their fetishes, you know, without understanding, it gets really weird. And it bothers me a lot. And she a swingy boy. Okay, I do have my iframes ready yet. I don't have my iframes ready either. Son of a bitch. But yeah, so man, I fucked that up. I was a bit too aggressive, and then just, you know, I need to be more careful with the arrow thing or the spear thing. Like, it looks like you actually have an empty space in between, but no, the hitbox on those is a lot wider than you think. So you need to be further away to actually, you know, avoid them. And I was not. Okay, I was a oh, fuck. Okay, cool. I should have just dodged out. Man, this is not working out for me. But like, yeah, so people just have this weird concept where, like, you know, they have, like, especially gamers, they're so out of reality due to multiple reasons. Like, I have talked about this before. For some people, it's the fact that they lack social circle that would let them, you know, a supportive social circle that would actually let them integrate into society in a healthy way. Some are just set individuals, and, you know, some have a wrong kind of a social circle that enforces these ideas. However, it doesn't change the fact that that's the situation. And that's the stuff I have a problem with. That, you know, like, people are free to have their preferences, people are free to, you know, find whatever the fuck they want, you know, enjoyable. Like, I don't care about, like, you can be into anime, you can be into whatever, you can be furry, you can be, you know, objectophile, I just don't want to sit on your chair, or you can be a economist and really like inflation. Like, I don't care what it is that somebody's into. Like, everybody has the right to be into whatever, or not be into whatever as well. Like, it's everyone's own choice. But, like, the weird thing is, like, with these gamers, the situation has gone to a point where they need they need to see appealing characters everywhere. And so the phenomenon, the name for the phenomenon that I've heard some people refer to it as, it's the shit. What is it called? What's the name? I don't think I remember the name right now. But it's the roach wife, syndrome, pretty much. Because you have you have people that have technically worked themselves into thinking that into believing that this is the only thing that works for me, and this is the only, everything needs to be this, and if something's not this, I'm not happy with it. And now, I'm not one to judge the roach wife guy. May God have mercy on them, or whoever, deals with them once they, end up in the afterlife. Or next time they call themselves out as, liking cockroaches. Whoever needs to sort them out next, I guess. But yeah, it's ironic that these people are so deep in this, mindset where they think because there's nothing at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with somebody being really into cockroaches. But I don't know. God, that story really stuck with me, huh? I mean, so did pretty much all the other ones too. But my point being that there's so many people that just have, for some reason, there's an entire culture of gamers, or a society of gamers. A society of gamers sounds like exactly what a bunch of, gamers would call themselves. We live in a society of gamers. Oh, yes. We're so much better than everybody else because we play video games, even if everybody else plays video games. But now that everybody else plays video games, we don't want them to play video games because they're not gamers like us. They don't understand us. They'll never understand what it's like to, play Dark Souls 1, 78 hours straight and, not take a single break. And that implies exactly what you fear it does. But it's these kind of people that for some reason just I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. I'm just very upset with my expectations were practically non-existent for whatever was gonna happen with the GTA 6. Ever since, because we actually have known about the female protagonist for a long time. But God, somehow people just still upset me. And yeah. I don't know. But I guess that's the funny thing though, with the whole GTA. You know what would actually be really funny? If they actually, completely changed up the art style of the game before release, where, the women in it would look comparative to the men in it, which are, rather, average looking, like that. Just to have the public opinion shift once again. because it like I get that it gets us nowhere. It doesn't do any good for anyone. It just would be funny to see that happen again. Because I know for a fact that would happen. That's literally what would happen. People would just be like, oh no, she's no longer hot. I don't want to play this. Like, this game is terrible. Rockstar's gone woke. And game developer that has been talking about, the existence of systematic racism and, overall, just, the treatment of minorities, immigrants, and like that for, over 20 years has somehow gone woke. Is anything safe anymore? This, by the way, is people are familiar with it. I don't think people often have actually bring up the fact that like these are actually things that GTA game series has gone through. Naturally, it starts off with just I would say like considering how simple the original games were, I think it's fair to say that those were mostly just like they were just in my opinion like the first couple. I think like all the way till Vice City. So the first, I think, first like a third-person view game. Like when somebody says GTA, the first that kind of a game that you think, because the first ones were actually just like driving games. They were like a 2D racing games pretty much, where you just had the option to run over people, which at the time was groundbreaking, but I wasn't around at the time, so my ground has never been broken. That sounds like that's a weird statement to make. But yeah. Sorry, my throat is really dry for some reason. I love it when this happens. I've been here long enough to consider that as a normal occurrence in this, pantheon. I should probably be concerned, but I'm not. I'll just silently continue my voyage. I don't know why I call it a voyage. It's not a voyage. It's a struggle. God. Ow. I fucked up. It's having a lot better run. Oh well. Oopsie. Oopsie. Well, it's alright. But yeah, like we actually like I actually don't know Vice City enough, or I think the first 2 or 3 games well enough to really say much about what GTA exactly dabbles with outside of just like police brutality and like that kind of things. But I do know that like a lot of the characters are actually technically there's none. I think most of them don't have an American main character, protagonist or main. I don't know if you should call them protagonists, but I guess yeah. But they have like a like I mean everybody's probably familiar with San Andreas, which is one of the most modded games out there. And but yeah, so I mean that has naturally a black character. You play as a black character, and overall like there's a lot about like racism in that game. Very much about racism in that game, and like actually because actually I had this I had this funny situation again online where there was this one individual that was Now, I don't much like saying out loud the name of this book, but there's this one book from a like a Russian writer back in like 1800s, early 1900s, something like that. I don't quite remember. I don't remember the name, and I don't remember the year, but I remember the name of the book. I've heard a lot about this book because it's one of the only one. It's famous for just how disturbing it is, because the name of the book is Lolita, and I'm sure that there should be some neuron activated in everyone's brain when they hear that, and for me, it's a panic. Or like a, maybe not panic, more like, oh god, no. And you're right to have that reaction. But what's funny about it is that the book actually, in fact, actually, it dabbles, you know, concept of a grown-ass man, you know, being obsessed by over a 12-year-old kid. I don't know much of the specifics. I'm not gonna go into the specifics because, for that reason, and because I think if I knew more of the specifics, I would not want to go into the specifically. Anyways, however, what's important to know about the book is that it looks at this from, you know, it looks, if I'm right, it looks at it from the perspective of the man. That is, you know, very weird, obsessive, and overall just dangerous. And now it's a very disturbing read, to my understanding at least. And I think that should come as no surprise to anybody that is still listening. Sorry, I'm dying. But the important thing about it is the fact that the book does by no means justify these actions. It by no means actually is trying to show any of this in positive light. And what's funny, this was a meme. This came up on a meme subreddit, and the person that created the meme framed it like the author of the book was somehow wrong in writing a book like this. Now, I understand that, you know, writing shit like that. First of all, I'm not judging the book by any means. Like, I've heard good things about the writer. I don't remember the name, but, you know, old, you know, Russian classical literature, you know, writers are normally very good at what they do. I should really get around reading Dostoevsky, if that's how you pronounce the name. I'm not sure if I'm doing that right or not. Probably not. Anyways. What? Okay, what the fuck? That one was nonsense. I dodged it so many times that he still hit me. Ah, well, whatever. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, this is doomed. Oh my god, please tell me you die. Thank god. Huh. But yeah, so the creator of the meme framed the situation like there was something wrong about the author. Because they wrote a book like this. And I would really like to point out that I see nothing wrong with the concept of writing about disturbing and very not alright things. Because it's important that these things are, you know, like, I'm happy to say that the... fuck, I made the one mistake I'm never supposed to do against that. That the comment section actually let them have it. Is that like... It's just dumb when you start... It's dumb starting shit about that. And the person clearly came out like a... or the creator of the meme, you know, apparently, most likely was a child, or, you know, somebody with very lackluster, you know, skills in critical thinking. Wow, they're really on a warpath to kill me, huh? But, but yeah, so... It's just... This is one of those examples of things where people, for some reason, have this absolute zero tolerance to certain topics. And now that's completely fine. I think, you know, like, Jesus fucking Christ, everybody should let kids be. Growing up is difficult enough without having weirdos and creeps around. But like... And I really don't mean to downplay the seriousness of, you know, actual stuff like that. Because it is... Like, it is unfair that there are people that, you know, ever need to live through that kind of stuff. Like, there is no justice. Like, there's no way to justify the existence of such. But anyways, people also have like, it's not good to like, it's not good to completely ignore the existence of this matter. Like, if you no longer if you start avoiding, you know, if you start making a problem for people to talk about this, you know, these things, especially when you do it like how would I say? Like, if you make it a problem that that these things are ever brought up in any context, then you're just gonna, you know, make the situation worse. Well, damn. Because, like, people need to be able to discuss about these things. People need to be able to be made aware of these things. It's like saying that, like, oh yeah, you know, you should not... Well, actually, I guess... It's exactly that, you know, like... If all discussion on the matter is, you know... banned, even one that would actually be useful to identify... to you know, better understand these things. And to, you know... for people that are not familiar with these kind of situations to become familiar with them, then we're not, like, that is not improvement on the situation. Like, that is just a pretending that it doesn't happen. Like, just, like, I don't know. I've talked about this a lot because this is something that, you know, internet is becoming more and more aggressive on this matter. Like, and this is actually the weird thing is this comes up everywhere, in every possible way. You have websites blocking the discussion, like demonetizing content creators for discussing about matters that I was just dumb with that one. And that is so wrong because like if the content is properly, you know, tagged as containing discussion about specific topics, why is it so bad that somebody talks about the topic? Like, I understand that, like, it's not like like, for example, if you take YouTube for example, the fact that you can't talk about sexual assault, violence, murder, sex overall without getting demonetized, especially like in most cases at least, it's crazy. Because like I understand that they want the platform to be, you know, like also family friendly. But YouTube has always had this concept that it's supposed to be a platform for everyone about everything. So then when you start nitpicking what kind of content actually not only gets promoted but also actually is allowed to make money, like what kind of content actually is given a monetary, you know, fuck, what's the word I'm looking for here? Well, monetary, you know, encouragement to exist. You're kinda, you know, just creating a certain kind of like a echo chamber or echo chamber of content that is all about the same things, because these are the things that you want people to talk about. These are the happy things that everybody wants to talk about. This, like, YouTube has, in my honest opinion, YouTube has zero rights or zero reasons to try to make all content available for everyone because of the absolutely vast amount of content that's already on the platform. The next step would be to actually start preventing people from creating certain content. I mean, we already have rules like, you know, content cannot, you know, explicitly sexual. Like, technically you can't have on YouTube, even though apparently that supposedly that's not completely true, and that's just, you know, and this that actually just proves the fact that this is not a matter of YouTube having a strong stance, strong moral high ground on these matters. They're just too lazy to actually monitor it properly, and I understand that you can't monitor all this shit properly. You should not punish, like, it's a band-aid fix when you punish your content creators for a I don't know what I'm doing. When you punish your content creators for, you know, speaking out about certain topics, like, you know, or like when you try to, like, how would I say, dilute the content into this, you know, happy family friendly mess where you have zero reasons or zero potential to actually succeed on a platform unless you follow, like, very strict guidelines that are not even, like, explicitly stated anywhere. Like, it's, you need to know what's allowed and what's not. Technically, you need to make a video and you need to rule out, okay, what, and you need to get it demonetized by YouTube, and you need to figure out yourself what's wrong with it. Why is my video not allowed to make money on YouTube? Or why is it, you know, not pushed by the algorithm? You need to do that by yourself, pretty much. And this is why there are these, you know, like, for example, I think one of the better options, in my opinion, I know I talk about them a lot, but because I just love, you know, Game Grumps. Like, I find it so fascinating that they have, first of all, figured out a way around, like, they know how they can curse on their videos. As much as they do, there are certain words you naturally cannot say, like never. Like that's obviously slurs and otherwise, like, highly offensive terms overall. But God, but like, I think it's crazy that they need to have this, you know, systems where they're like, they're not allowed to have, you're not allowed to curse in the first day. First of all, there's a certain limit as to how much you can say the word fuck in a video before your video gets demonetized. Also, to my understanding, the C word is a very, you know, strict one. Like, I'm sorry to all the Australian people out there trying to make it on YouTube. But and then I'm not saying you guys are that. I'm just saying that, you know, it's I don't know. I don't know enough Australian people to say this for sure, but supposedly that's a very popular thing that Australian people say. Like, it's technically like, you know, like just having it's like a word that they just add to sentences because it's just, you know, like a kind of almost like a dialect thing, or like a regional thing, like fuck man, that kind of stuff. Where it's like it's not meant as an offense to anyone, but I'm naturally, you know, just straying off course on the matter at hand. I know that this is just me talking, so it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm the only one invested in this conversation, and I am completely fine with that knowledge. That, however, doesn't mean the fact that I don't try to actually convey a certain message with this. But yeah, like, it's such a strange thing for me that you would push this, you know, like that like, for example, Game Grumps need to actually, like, I don't know if they experimenting or do they have like somebody that they can contact with about this matter, or like, it's like, how do they know what where these limitations are from? But they have them in place because, you know, they know that this is how you actually make money on YouTube, or actually this is how you don't lose money on YouTube. Because like I've said before, my favorite part about the whole demonetization thing is that the video will still play ads. It will still, you know, generate money. It's all goes to YouTube. You're not allowed, you're not entitled to the money that your video creates because it's, you know, it doesn't follow certain kind of arbitrary rules about what is, you know, what YouTube wants out of their content creators. It's, in my opinion, that's insanity. Like, it's pure insanity. That we need to go, like, I mean, naturally, I don't, like, it's crazy to me that we have this level of, like, this level of, you know, censorship at work with YouTube. Because, like, I like, naturally, as a platform, they are more than free to do that if they want to. It's just that, in my opinion, it's contradictional to the platform's actual, you know, purpose. Like, you can't say that, you know, you provide a platform for everybody to be creators on, and then start, you know, than punish people for making their own kind of stuff, especially if it's not harmful. If it's not harmful for anyone, doesn't make it bad just because it's not suitable for everyone. Like, YouTube should never become like my favorite example of this is, I don't know how many favorites I've said that are, you know, on this matter, but one of my favorite examples on this matter is that we nowadays actually, unironically, we have YouTube Kids. Like, that's a thing that exists. 10 years ago, that would have fucking blown my mind. Because it's such a non-YouTube thing to do. To, for some reason, start catering towards kids. But it makes sense because, well, kids nowadays have a lot more access to, you know, smart devices and the internet. You're no longer, you know, like, we're no longer living in a world where, you know, preteens and, you know, even kids need to ask their, you know, need to necessarily ask a permission, you know, like on a large scale, need to ask a permission from their parents to be allowed to, you know, go online and, you know, watch something. Like, people have, like, even young, like, even kids have free range on, you know, the content that they consume. So naturally, it is on the parents and to, you know, monitor that content. Which once again brings to the point, there's no fucking point in having, like, okay, YouTube for kids actually, like, as an idea, I understand it. Like, yeah, now we have YouTube for kids. That must mean that we can make, you know, non-kid friendly content on normal YouTube, right? No. If your content is not child friendly, it's most likely not gonna be, you know, pushed by the algorithm. And it's also gonna get, you know, very likely demonetized. And, like, it makes no sense to me, because, like, why bother with the YouTube Kids in that case? Especially because apparently YouTube Kids themselves is not particularly well, you know, monetized or curated. So we're just, you know, so it's such a, like, how would I say? It's such a weird concept. Because now anybody that has actually made a YouTube video in their life, which actually involves me, I have been uploading stuff, so I actually know what I'm talking about. For once, this is a rare occasion. If anybody wants to, you know, take a, you know, stamp this or, you know, mark this time in their calendar, you know, this very moment, Spinny knows what he's talking about. I don't think this has ever happened before. You need to mark your video on YouTube. You actually need to mark your video on YouTube if it's for kids or not. And then you need to separately mark it if it's 18 plus or not. Wait, what the fuck? That's I didn't see it wrong at first. This guy's fainting, you know, fucking dashes. What the hell's going on? But so I would just like to ask, why the fuck is that necessary? Why are both these a necessary thing, first of all? And oh, fucking Christ. Are you kidding me? This... I don't know, this feels fucking cruel. But, like, I'm not kidding you. Like, this thing is bizarre beyond my comprehension, and I know that applies to many things in life. Just how the fucking microwave clock works is already bizarre beyond my comprehension in life. But that's the gist of it. Like, the whole platform, and like, I know that this is actually the same thing. I realize I've been talking about YouTube a lot, but this is actually saying the whole thing applies to TikTok. And the where it started was when kids were introduced to TikTok. And the craziest thing is that I don't think TikTok was particularly meant for kids to begin with. So, why we are in this position, I cannot tell. I cannot for the life of me tell. Like, I guess it's just a reality we live in. Very existential of me, I know. I know nobody comes here to, you know... Nobody comes to these streams to be called out on existential things, except about the whole Capri-Sun things, but you know... We all had to learn eventually. It was new to me as well. I fucked up. I fucked up. Fuck. Fuck. I was doing well. I even had the whole thing written down, and then I was like, oh, I'm stuck in a corner. I'm gonna die now. Fuck. But yeah, sorry. I don't mean to be ranting about YouTube this much. This is just something that I am very pissed off about. Because as both content creator, well, okay, it's still unfair for me to call myself content creator. I'm not a content creator. I'm just a weird guy that, you know, streams games and then puts them on YouTube because they feel like, you know, they might be worth something later on down in life when they're like, you know, I did this. There was a point in time when that's a time in my life when I was pretending to be happy, and how little I knew them. But sorry, that came awfully harsh. I don't mean that. I am naturally happy. Naturally, okay. I'm not naturally a happy person. I'm naturally a moody bitch. But that doesn't mean that, you know. Like I'm naturally like I'm here because I enjoy it. I'm here because I chose to. I'm here out of my own volition. Not in this world, not in this existence, but you know, nobody chooses that really. I'm not angry at my parents either. That exists. I'm just upset about the state of my. I have some complaints to, you know. I would have some say like the worst of the manager of my existence, but the wait line is very long. So you know, we'll get there when we get there. I don't know what I was thinking with that one. I wasn't thinking that something, but like yeah. So it's how would I say? It's just not alright in my opinion that, you know, the internet is slowly being more and more of a... Like, we live by the fucking strangest rules. Or like, strange limitations. And I know that it's mostly just driven by corporate greed. That's really all it is. But like, I guess it like, and when you look at it from that angle, it actually makes sense. It makes perfect sense what's going on with websites. Like, I don't know if TikTok is an actual, you know, Chinese, you know, spyware, like a lot of people say it is, because there's high chance that, you know, that is the case. But Fuck, what am I, a fucking CIA agent? No. I probably have one assigned to me because of the weird things they say. Nah, they wouldn't put resources into this. They believe that the mess will handle itself. I don't know what that exactly means, but I'm slightly concerned about my own words. As I probably should be. Jesus Christ, I've been saying a lot of deranged shit. For a long time, even. But like, but yeah, it like, yeah, when you just have a bunch of ads on pages and like that, and then when you get like millions of people watching them, and a lot of these people are kids, so why not? Like most people that the reason why shorts, for example, YouTube shorts on, or why the TikTok format, I guess, as you could call it, works so well is because kids have such a short. Because kids are the highest percentage of users on most sites, and they have such a short attention span that short videos are the best way of producing content that they can watch all the way till the end, and you know that they'll most likely engage with, and all engagement is always good, which is also one of the reasons why, you know, so little problems in regards to like hateful communities online actually get solved, because websites will love it when people argue. Like, we're at the point where corporations will literally like first of all, this would not be the first time this has happened in history, but we're at the point again where corporations will happily pit people against people of different races, religions, you know, genders, against one another for their personal, you know, benefit, because they make money out of it. Like, the more people argue online, the more, you know, people engage online, and the more people use online, and the more people think about the things on the line, and the more time the more resources they spend into, you know, interacting and thinking about interacting with your web page, with your social media platform specifically, the more hateful things you, or the more controversy you know, allow there. There will always be people that want to defend what's right. There will always be people that will want to be wrong, or then, you know, are wrong. I'm sorry if I'm being a bit harsh with this. I hope that, you know, people understand that when I say that people that are wrong, you know, no, I'm meaning that people that, you know, vouch for racism or like that, because, or like homophobia, transphobia, all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, actually, since I'm on the topic now again, wow, I don't know how that happened. Modding in games. I mentioned mods earlier, in San Andreas specifically. Mods in games have, you know, consistently been more and more, you know, popular, I feel like. Like, now this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone really, but the diversity in mods, especially, you know, is becoming better and better, depending on the situation we're talking about. Because there have been some occasions where mods have been very negative. I think I did mention about the Starfield stuff. But I just find it so funny that at the end of the day, people have like that, you know, modding communities have not changed much. But like, it's a good thing that they're popular and like that. I actually, like, first of all, I would like to point out that I love the fact, like, I think one thing that, like, games like Mario Maker specifically, you know, taught a lot of people was that, like, the more tools you give people to create their own things in video games, the more creative they will get, and the more people will enjoy those things. Because apparently, like, nah, I don't play Halo games. I would like to play the original trilogy. The Master Chief Collection, I think. I think that's more than just a trilogy. But there would be Halo Infinite. Like, it's a free online multiplayer of Halo. Free and free if you count microtransactions. If you consider infinite microtransactions, you know, free. But that's just a staple of, you know, online gaming now, anyways. But anyways, like apparently, even in like Halo Infinite, they allow players to make their own, you know, maps, and you know they have like the Forge system where everybody can, you know, create custom game modes and like that, and apparently people have been really loving that, and I think that's wonderful. But why this is connected to homophobia and transphobia is because people familiar with Baldur's Gate 3 will know that that game is oh so woke, oh so lovely woke, oh so wonderfully woke. You find fucking everything in that game, and that is literal fucking everything. That's as literal, you know, fucking as you could possibly think of, or in this context, in that game. Like, you romance the hell out of any character. I've never played the game though, so like, but this is my assumption based on everything I heard, and I think it's wonderful that, you know, we have these games that have, you know, that give people right to, you know, sure, like, is that a horny jail worthy statement? Yeah, I don't care. I just think it's great that, you know, like, when games that are about, you know, creating your own personal, you know, adventure, they actually let you choose to be exactly the type of a person as you wish to be. Or you either are or you wish to be. Like, or you wish to be in the game, I guess is the most simple way of putting that. But I'm not known for my simple way of putting things. I don't know what that even means at this point. But yeah, so I guess I just find it amusing that I find it really great, and I find it also funny that, you know, we have like that we come so far with games that you can now, you know, you can romance a druid in a fantasy adventure, and that druid is not necessarily, you know, always in a fully human form while you're romancing them. I don't actually have a I don't have a reliable source on that. I've just heard a lot of people complain about the matter, and I just find it funny. Because I don't see it. Now, bestiality, I do have a problem with. Not really supporting that, but like, I don't know where the line goes with this, because we're talking about druid. Technically, they are able to consent. They're more than capable of giving consent, and so I guess there's nothing wrong with that, in a sense. But yeah, so that's the thing. But I know this is a long route that I'm taking to get to this topic, main topic of this talk, but that's what I always do. Like, but yeah, so some of the mods that people have been making for Baldur's Gate 3 have been a little questionable. Well, for example, one, like, I talked about this. I don't expect anyone to remember But I talked about this a month or two back when Starfield was still relevant. That somebody made a because there was such a ridiculous outcry about Starfield having pronouns. You get to choose your own pronoun when you start the game. Like, can you imagine how horrible that is? Like, you get to identify as who you want to be in a video game. Like, something that everybody should have a right to in real world is also in a video game. Like, how absolutely terrible. So somebody made a mod, or somebody tried to make a mod where they would remove the pronoun thingy. They would remove all. There were people that tried to make that made a mod where they would remove the question where they ask for your pronouns, and then there were people that tried to make a mod where you completely remove pronouns from the game, but these people naturally don't understand that we're talking about basics of English language, meaning that at the end of the day, they remove every he, she, or they from the game. So the dialogue was without those. And it's just super funny. So in a similar vein, there's been a lot of controversial mods on Baldur's Gate 3 where people remove certain kind of romancing options and certain kind of characters overall. Certain kind of so supposedly there was, I think all these are, because these are considered most of these mods are hosted by a single site, and they have a strong policy that, you know, they do not accept any hateful mods. You know, that is a very apt description for these mods. So these mods naturally were banned, as they should be. And I'm out of drink. Shit. I'm out of drink, and looking at this soul tyrant makes me real thirsty. I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. Boy, if only I knew. Oh my god. But so these mods supposedly removed, like, made it impossible to have a they removed the lesbian couple from the game or something like that, or like at least made it so that they were no longer a couple in the game. I don't know how they exactly did that because I once again have not played the game. I have no actual context on how any of this shit works. Oh, fuck me. Oh, he will. Oh, he sure as hell will. He's about to have my ass for breakfast. Okay. Could have been worse. But, yeah, so they had this mods that removed like, one of the mods I think was called in the alphabet or something like that. It was referred to at least as such. So the whole concept of it was that they just removed every possible gay, lesbian, or, you know, non-straight couple from the game. Oh, I fucked up. I'm so sorry, man. Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to upset you. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, that was so bad of me. Okay, one last try. And then I actually need to get going because I have work tomorrow. But God, that was so bad. Like, God, man, I fucked up so bad. It was even easy. It was easy once I messed up there. But yeah, so these mods would be about removing all these kind of things, all hints of, you know, like any LGBTQ plus interactions between characters even. And I think it's like when you're that desperate to hate something, I think it's just pathetic. Like I don't know where your life has gone. Like what exactly is wrong with you when, like, not only do I have questions for the person that created those mods, like why would you, like, do you harbor so much hate towards these communities that you felt it necessary to create a mod in a video game? And why would that be the case? Like, what? You know, I feel like a solid question to ask, like, homophobes and, like, racists and like that is to, what have these people ever done to you? Like, what bad have they ever done to you? And now, the question is that it will get you nowhere. Because people that are inherently racist will... It's inexplainable, the racism. Or, you know, homophobia. Or transphobia, or like that. Like, you know... I don't know if I mentioned this before. I think I have mentioned this before. But, like, I know I talk about, like, trans rights a lot. Because trans rights are human rights. Like, it's... Really is not that more complicated of a concept. But I think I should clarify the fact that the debate about that exists is the reason why I think it's so important to actively talk about, like, because, like, I by no means am I meaning to, you know, single out first of all, single out trans people as the only people needing to be talked about, because, like, that's not true. I feel like all, you know, minorities and all, like, all sexualities, all genders, everybody should be represented, and everybody should be, you know, supported equally. And but the reason why I like to get stuck talking about trans rights in specific is okay, two reasons actually. One is that they're a very prevalent topic online. I spend a lot of time in communities where, you know, these matters are discussed. And the other thing, which is kind of connected to the first one, is that the fact that it is that a lot of people have shared, like, as terrifyingly high percentage of people actually share this sentiment or show signs of sharing the sentiment that, you know, trans people for some reason would not be people, is a big enough a reason for me to, you know, I'm nobody. I've said this many times. I'm nobody, and I'm not even part of, like, not only am I not part of LGBTQ community, I'm a straight white male. Like, if I need to any degree, you know, explain what my position on the matter is, I'm a straight white male. That is my best way to describe it, at least. Um, but I still think it's just, you know, a like that. But I also like I don't think that should have anything to do with the matter. I don't think it's essential in any way. What sexuality, gender, or, you know, ethnicity, like I don't think, you know, who I am should by any means define what kind of things I should be supporting, what kind of things I should be talking about. Like, I don't know, if I am offending somebody by talking about trans rights, you know, please let me know and I will gladly have a discussion whether this is from the direct point of view that, you know, you don't believe in, you know, trans rights, or then, you know, you don't believe that I should be talking about trans rights because I don't belong in the community. I will gladly have this. I will have an open debate about this matter. Like, I have no problems whatsoever doing that, because I'm not a good person, maybe, but I try my best, and I feel like this is such a simple, it's such a clear cut of a thing. Like, one's sexuality doesn't define their value as a human being. One's race doesn't define their value as a human being. One's religious point of view doesn't you know, define their value as a human being. The way we treat other people is what defines us as human beings. So, like, I guess, you know, like, this is something that I am, like, I know that people don't really watch my streams. Like, this is, I once again, I'm just one drop in the ocean of, you know, people creating content. There are people that are a lot more, there's a lot of people funnier than me, and I am not one bit worried about that fact, because, like, well, so fucking what? Like, people, like, I understand I'm not particularly funny or entertaining because I'm not a professional at this, and you know, that's fine by me. But, like, but I still think that, you know, like, I've talked about this many times, and the reason I talk about it every time this whole topic is brought up is because I think it's every time as prevalent as for me to try to explain myself and, you know, talk about why do I, you know, why do I talk about the topic so much that at the end of the day has very little to do with me. Like, because, I mean, I don't, like, but, like, because I don't even advertise myself. I've been actually thinking about, like, because the thing is, I've been thinking, should I have, like, you know, is it necessary for me to have, like, a, something like Bright Positive as a tag? But I feel like that's such a redundant thing, because why wouldn't somebody be Bright Positive? Why wouldn't somebody, you know, support the LGBTQ+? Like, I know the answer, because there are people that are hateful bigots. But is it really, like, are they really that prevalent on this platform, or platforms overall, that I should mention it? Because I don't know, and I also don't want to, like, as much as I am all out for these causes that I'm talking about, as much as I believe in them, these are not, like, my main thing. I can't believe that I just realized that, you know, what I was supposed to talk about, and I know that I'm gonna talk about something that I was thinking about before the stream started. And the something was that, am I now unofficially like I've been playing Hollow Knight for so long. What point do I qualify as a Hollow Knight content creator? Because I don't mean to be that. But I don't know. I don't think I have the answer to that. I don't think there is an answer to that either. Technically, I am whatever content creator that I choose to be. And right now, I'm just doing a lot of Hollow Knight stuff because I'm playing the game, and that's all my content. So I think that's a very cut dry case. But yeah, so like I don't think talking about like I don't. This is gonna sound bad, but I mean it in like a really good way. This is always a wonderful sentence when somebody starts it like that. But like, I don't want my content, so to say, to be... Well, actually, okay. Saying I don't want it to be is maybe an overstatement. But I don't intend my content to be like a vastly LGBTQ plus oriented. That is not something I aim for. So why how would I say so why would I like bring it up without any specific reason? Like, I guess it's a lot like the whole Pride Month thing. Like, while I don't see a problem with the whole Pride Month being a company thing of, you know, supporting, you know, like, because it's still companies showing support for the Pride community, even if it's just for, you know, benefits. I think it's still good that they're doing that, you know? Like, it's better than them not, you know, showing that they don't support, you know, Pride. Openly, because that would be a lot bigger problem. But, ow. Oh, God, I was doing so well with that. And then I just made a little bit of a oopsie doopsie with that, distance there. But yeah, like... So, like, but, like, as much as I don't have a problem with, like, to a degree, as much as I don't have a problem with companies, you know, having the whole, Pride Month stuff, I don't want to feel like I would need to be labeled as, you know, as an ally, I guess. Like, artificially labeled as an ally for the, Pride movement. Because that's not what I, like, naturally I want to be an ally, and I consider my, like, I don't know if that's something that I can consider myself as, or do I need to be granted a title, or, you know, do I get a badge or something, but, but the thing is, like, I feel like it would be terrible if I had the need to be, you know, labeled as a ally. That I need to, you know, mark myself as a ally to the LGBTQ plus community. Because the implications of that would be that a vast majority of people, content creators here, don't support that, and that's not something I want to, you know, accept as a reality. Like, I guess I just have the starting. I want to believe, and I'm not much of a believer, but I want to believe that people overall, like content creators overall, even if it's for the sake of, like, kind of like mandatory inclusiveness, that people online are expected to be, you know, pride positive, or that, you know, they need to condone, you know, racism and like that. Like, naturally I would love it more if people would do this because they think, like, because they think that it's the right thing to do. For, you know, morally, not just, you know, monetarily. I know that those two words are very easy to mix up, and I know that Jeff Bezos, for example, made a big error in that regard. I'm gonna assume they're just very dyslexic. But yeah, so I just think that it's so strange that oh, hello, Mattia. How you doing? Ubu? I don't know if that's what you wanted. I hope that's what you wanted. Actually, no. I hope that's not what you wanted. I'm being mean right now. That's wonderful. But yeah, sorry, where was I at? I'm terribly sorry, but I'm about to end this stream. So, and I've seen you, but, this is my last run for the day. And I'm sorry about that, but I have work tomorrow, so... And this is not going very well. Yeah, as I was saying, I just guess I just find the concept terrifying that we would, you know... that the online cultures would be that anti-progressive that you would need to mark yourself as in favor of, you know, basic human rights for a group of people. Almost like to brand yourself as, you know, different. And just the concept terrifies me because I like to, I don't have a lot of faith in humanity, but, like, at least in this kind of sense, like, come on. It literally cannot be that bad, right? Like, we can't possibly exist at that, how would I say? That much of a hateful society, where... I mean, yeah, completely understandable. But, like... Oh, that fucking reached me! Oh my god. I did not think that was gonna reach! Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Sorry, I really should have been playing better. I don't know what was wrong with me today. Just felt so sluggish. I got caught up by the fucking easiest move. I just became so fucking unconfident. I lost my confidence completely. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. It felt like it was going well. I just kept getting hit. Like, I would get hit once, and then I was like, what? I need to play safe, and then I just immediately fail. Oh no! Fuck! No! Fuck. Sorry, I dropped my controller. The cord wasn't long enough. I miscalculated. But yeah, oh man. I need to get a grip somehow. I'm just gonna try again tomorrow. That's all this is. That's all this is. Oh my god. Sorry, I guess I'm just once again like I've had so many good runs, but I've been doing so bad for the last few days. Like, I just can't do it again. I have become worse in this game. I don't know why. I just am. Damn, I don't know. I need to go anyways. I haven't really. I mean, maybe. Today I actually had decent. I had a couple terrible runs, but I also had like a couple pretty solid tries. It's just that I just can't handle the vessel. But yeah, bye. I'm gonna try again tomorrow. Just, oh man, I need to get a fucking grip. But yeah, anyways, I don't want to keep this going. So thank you everybody still for the stream, even though this is an utter failure, and I'm so sorry. I'm genuinely so sorry. At least I talked about some things, and I feel a bit better about that. And probably try to figure out more stuff to talk about tomorrow. Then, for now, that's all for me. Bye, Z's.